Then, for the first time in my life, I suddenly realized that many of the things I held on to, I did not have a personal conviction about. I suddenly realized that many of the things I believed and practiced was based on pastor said, bishop said, reverend said, papa said, not encounter with the Lord for myself. I suddenly realized that I was nothing but a religious person, not a Christian. Then I realized that Christianity is not a religion, but a relationship with your Creator. Christianity is not a religion. Religion is more dangerous than the devil. When you practice Christianity as a religion, you'll be a pawn in the hands of charlatan. You'll be a victim of the religious interpretation and the myopic interpretation of scriptures of the people you listen to. And for the first time, God told me, if you really want to be free, let me show you the way out. And it took me from Genesis to Revelation. I began to show me from the word the way out of poverty. I was seeing scriptures that I never saw before. Scriptures that we have interpreted based on religion. I was reading from another translation, occupy till I come, that they used to tell us to be holy. I saw that it is do business till I return. He gave gifts unto men that we thought it was ability to sing, ability to dance. I saw that the gift was money. I said, hey, couldn't you have put my money in the bank so that at my coming, I will have it with interest? I suddenly realized that many of the scriptures we have put religion into has nothing to do with religion. And I said, wow, Lord, show me how. And in 8 months, I had an encounter with God, 1997 to 1998. For 8 full months, I was like a madman. And God gave me an assignment. Don't forget, there was no Google now. No Google did not exist, nothing. And God told me, go and see. He said, who is the richest man in Africa? Who is the richest man in North America? Who is the richest man in Asia? He began to ask me, who is the richest man in all the continents of the earth? None of them were born again. He said, so if all the rich people are not in church, does that not tell you something, my son? Did they get the money from the devil? Did they get it from money? He said, so I said, God, I don't understand. So you have to show me. And guess what? I studied the rich and wealthy people on the face of the earth. I studied their life. I studied because the success leaves clues. Hello? Life is lived forward but understood backwards. That's why you look and say, if I knew what I know now, it's because you are growing. And I began to study and I saw that every rich man, every rich woman on the face of the earth, there were things that were common to every one of them. And I'm like, wow, where have I been? You know, it's amazing how you come to church and they'll tell you read Bible. And then when you want to read other book, they say that's secular book. And you went to school. Is it Bible you read to become a surgeon? Is it Bible you read to become a lawyer? So you go to school, academic book is okay. But to read other books that will help your mind to develop is not okay. Why? And then we're just reading how to cast out devils, 7 ways to heal the sick. Instead of healing our ignorance. When I came out of that encounter, I knew exactly what to do to come out of poverty. I began to practice it, and in 2001, my story had changed. And I saw that, you mean in 3 years, somebody's life had just changed like this? I was still doing what I was doing, but now with a different mindset and with a different strategy. And I said, wow. He said, now that you know it, go teach your people. I began to teach my people. I saw results. He said, now go teach my people. I had to teach my people and then his people. Go teach my people how to create wealth. And that's how the mandate for this assignment came. So I want to share with you today what I've simply entitled the journey to wealth creation. The journey to wealth creation, or the journey to financial freedom. And like I said, it's a journey. Wherever we stop, you get the other things in the materials. The journey, because what I want to deal with today is to deal with the software. Because once the software is settled, once the engine is settled, every other thing will take shape. Because when you want to study, there are different ways to learn. One of the ways to learn is emulation. You emulate what somebody else is doing. One of the ways to learn is observation. You observe what other people are doing. You know, when we start learning, when you go to school, when the children start in the elementary school, the first thing they do is to begin to scribble. They begin to scribble. They just scribble. Why? Because they are trying to connect their hands to their brain. There's a connection. It's like when you have a mouse and you want to make connection. So they begin to scribble. And the next thing they begin to do is to begin to give them numbers and figures. So they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or A, B, C, D, A for apple. Now, you find out that the 26 alphabet, A to Z, every word that have ever existed, every word that exists, and every word that will ever exist in the English language come from those words. So once you know A to Z, you have the engine. you have all the potential. What you now need is to know what BOY means or what BALL means. But all the things you need are there. Same thing, 0 to 9 is where all the numbers will come from. 0 to 9. Every thing is a combination of that 0 to 9. So what I want to do today is to give you the A to C and 0 to 9. Give you the engine. And once you have that engine, then you begin to, some of the engine you will get today, we just bring perspective to what you say, okay, no wonder. You just begin to put them together. Bones will begin to locate bones. And out of the valley of dry bones, an army shall rise. So let's start. When it comes to wealth creation, there are 5 people on the journey to financial freedom. So we need to begin with diagnosis. So if you get the books, the first thing in the book is what we call the financial intelligence test. Because without a proper diagnosis, there cannot be a proper prognosis. Many times we think that somebody's our mate. Nobody's your mate. You are in a world and in a class all by yourself. Even twins that came from the same womb are not mates. One came before the other. So you need to do a diagnosis of yourself. So in the books, when you get it, you see 26 questions that you need to answer that will help you to be able to do a proper diagnosis of yourself, because many times you are surrounded by people that don't tell you the truth. And they make you believe all this well when it's not well. But when you are not there, they tell the other people it's not well. Oh. But they made you. Haven't you seen people that dress terrible? And you are feeling, you are like, ooh, did you not look at the mirror before you left the house? But when you see their friends, hey, girlfriend, babe, you slay, you are slaying. They'll be hailing them in their stupidity. And then when they go, they say, wow, nobody gets to see how she dressed. But you were hailing her. So many times, if you don't have people telling you the truth, you need to do a self-diagnosis. So that's what the book will first do. Every one of them will just need first to diagnose yourself. So now, let me give you the 5 levels so that you know where you stand. Now, on the pyramid of wealth, there are 5 levels. In moving to financial freedom, the people at the bottom are the people that we call they are in financial crisis. Financial crisis. And that's where majority of people live. United Nations have defined living in poverty as living below $2 a day. And living below $1 a day is extreme poverty. So in Africa today, about 75% of people on the continent live in poverty. In Nigeria today, 81%. Right now, about 74% of Nigerians are below the age of 35. Our median age now is oscillating between 19, 18, 19, 18, 19. So we are a young continent, we are a young population. So many people on the continent are poor. They are in that level of what? Financial crisis. Take home cannot take them home. When you are in the place of financial crisis, you lack everything that you need. It's characterized by lack, insufficiency, hardship, debt, begging, urgent 2K. Can I say my account number? That's the level where many people are. And you find out that for anyone that is gainfully employed, even if you earn minimum wage, you'll be amazed at how many people will be asking you for money. And you're asking them, how do you think me I'm surviving? If I have money, you think my life will be like this? So financial crisis. So if you're in that level in your life right now where you have no source of income, or your source of income is not even enough to take care of the basic needs, and you have to borrow and beg to survive, you are in financial crisis. Second level is financial instability. Financial instability. Financial instability is where we have another massive group of people. Those in financial instability are people that actually have a job. They have a job, they have a source of income. But at the end of the day, by the time they get the income, it's not enough to take care of their needs. It's not enough to take care of the basic needs that they require to live a normal kind of life. So people in financial instability are people that if for any reason they lose their job, or if for any reason an unexpected expenses shows up in their life, they are going to be in crisis. So they end up borrowing money from cooperative against the salary for the next 3 months. They collect staff loan not to buy a car, not to buy land, but to do the burial. And then before you know it, they borrow money to pay hospital bill for their wife that was pregnant. And you have all kinds of issues. So you have people, they are laboring. They wake up very early in the morning. They come back late at night. They are hardworking. But when they walk like an elephant, they eat like an ant. Unfortunately, for many people, the only thing growing in their life is their age. They have become a brand ambassador for poverty. And if you are not tired of poverty, poverty is tired of you. Because they need a new picture for the billboard. Your face is too common. But the Bible says he raises the poor from the dust and the needy from the dunghill. and he set them among princes, even the princes of the earth. And I believe in the name that is above every name, that by this encounter, something is coming upon you today. It's called the hand of God. And as the hand of God rests upon you, it will reorganize your life. And out of this encounter will come for testimonies to the glory of his name and to the shame of the devil. The third set of people are people that are in financial stability. Financial stability. And I'm going to spend a while to discuss these people, because that's where majority of what we call evil. And I'm going to explain. Now, please listen. Now, please listen. Are you ready for this? People in financial stability have stable job and stable income. They probably even have a house of their own. They have cars. They travel abroad. Their children are in private schools. They have some savings. Now, listen to this, because that's where many people, when he was talking about somebody that will have 24 cars and they are doing keke, that's how it happened. Let me help you. Now, listen. People that are in financial stability, they have good jobs. They have good income. Let me tell you something. There are people that are earning 5 million every month, some 8 million, some 12 million every month in this country. Lega, senior manager, those are the people in financial stability. They are the most deceived set of people. You know why they are the most deceived set of people? Because every 4 weeks, millions show up. By virtue of the job they do, by virtue of the connections they have, they've been able to build networks with people. They travel. They are widely traveled. Some of them, by virtue of their job, the job even includes traveling. Every month they're in one country or the other. And those bills are being paid by the company. Official car, official coffee, official house, official, everything's official. But the problem is, this group of people, the day they lose their job like this, 90 days later, they are poor. That's the problem. Why? Because everything that produces money for them is through hand income. That means they have to be physically present. They have to labor for that money to show up. They don't have anything that produces for them outside of their labor. That's why they are the most deceived set of people. Because they are the ones that everybody celebrates in the society. They are the big boys. They call them high net worth individuals. I was invited to be a board chairman of a company years ago, and they came to me. They said they wanted, me to be the board chairman. It was a publicly quoted company. I said, board chairman, am I qualified for that kind of thing? I said, so let me find out. Have you found out the qualification for those kind of things? No, they say, that in Nigeria, I don't know if it has changed. Now, that was years ago, that anyone that has 100 million is high net worth. I said, that's what you define as high net worth in this country. I said, I need to go back to school. 100 million. I said, that is a poor man in Nigeria. 100 million. If we change 100 million to pounds, do you know how much that is? So I said, so all these people that I said, I want high net worth. No, it was that experience that made me to begin to explore another angle. It was okay, this board chairman, make a Kukuma begin to market myself for that area. That's another income. Board chairman, just sitting allowance, annual allowance. I did all the chop money free. But let's leave that by the side. Hello? So sit down and ask yourself right now. I know you have 2 cars in your garage. I know you gave birth to your daughter in America. I know you are a landlord. Yes, I know you travel. I know you have about 6 million or 70 million. But if you lose your job today, can you survive 6 months? If you cannot, if you don't have any other thing producing money for you, you are that man. You are that woman. You are that couple. You are that family. And that's why you see a lot of people that think that all is well and suddenly realize that all is not well. Many of us think that we have very rich fathers and rich parents until they die and we become poor. And I say, when my father died, the money disappeared. Money does not disappear like that. Hello? The reason why he died and the money died is because all the money he was making was based on end income. He had to labor for the money to come. Hey, my husband died and all the money disappeared. Money does not disappear like that. Hello? So that's the third set of people. So if you are sitting down here right now and all your source of income is based on that good job that you have, all your source of income is based on that good salary that you had, all your source of income is based on the perks that you get by virtue of your labor, listen to me, you are not safe. It's false safety. It's false security. Because once you lose that job, number one, your appetite has become so high. You have probably been doing business class for the past 11 years and you can't even afford it. I was going to Malaysia a few years ago, sat down next, thank you. I was going to Malaysia a few years ago, I sat down next to a guy in the first class, Qatar, very expensive. And then we're just twisting and talking and talking and talking. So I said, now wow, hey, I didn't know that this place is very far like this. That was my first time of going to that side. Because you are going this way, American, we're going to that other side. So we're just twisting. So I said, man, so what are you here for? So he told me what he's here for. I said, so I said, this ticket is very serious. So I didn't know that. So we're just gisting. He said, hey, how much will the ticket? He was asking me inside first class. I said, you didn't buy the ticket. I said, no, I work with one of our government. He said, I work with that. They just told me that I should be the one to go. That they just said I should go to HR and collect ticket and collect. I said, this ticket is when I told him the price, he said, hell. He said, that's my 10-month salary. Oh. See who these people see as they waste money. They forgive me this money now. So, but that man has traveled wide. But that man is a poor man. But if you go to his office, he has a big office. You have to queue. You have to fill form. And he begins to deceive himself that he's a big man. Until the day he now loses his job. And then he will realize that he's not as big as he thought he was. Hello? So if you are sitting down here right now, all the income in your life comes from salary and earned income. You are a poor man potential. It's only a matter of time. So stop all this big boy. You are not a big boy. Oh. You are a boy of God. Let God help you so that you can. Hello? Then we'll move to the next one, number 4. Financial independence. Financial independence. And this is where we should be pursuing. Financial independence. Now, when you are in financial independence, it's the realm you get to in life where the income, please note the use of words, the income from your assets and your investment is enough to take care of all your needs and more. So what do I mean by that? It means you don't have to do any work at all. It means that the investments you have, it means that the assets you have acquired, the return from that investment, and the income and cash flow from that asset is enough to take care of all your needs and more. Listen, there are people in this country that did not steal money, but the real estate they have. I have people, to real estate, I have people I've trained all over this country. I have people that have built, I have a guy, he has one estate, 250 houses. He's the owner, he didn't steal the money. 250. Each house, when they started, rent was 1.1 million. Today, rent, the cheapest rent there is 4.5. So calculate 4.5 million times 250. So when you see him following his pastor on mission, you see him today, he has gone with Baba, you see him tomorrow, you see how these people, the thing is commanding. He has offered himself to his overseer. I said, look, I'll be protocol, anything, if I have to carry back. So you see him jumping, you call it, we're in crusade, light up. This one, I said, you'll be wondering, you think he's a fool? When you have 250 houses, paying rent every year, what are you looking for? Hello? So there are people, I have one, he has a property, it's like 4-story building. It's an embassy that took it from him. He's collecting dangerous dollars. They have 15-year contracts. Dollars. And every 2 years, they top it up. It don't start 15 years. And you're sitting there. Do you know that there are some people, every ticket you buy, every ticket you buy from one particular airline, he gets a commission. These are cash flow, not that he's working, he's just sitting at home. You can see him today, okay, there's one. And these are kingdom people. Many of you love God, but you cannot afford it. Hello? Salvation is free, but you buy Bible. So you love God, but you can't afford. When they say we are going on mission, you love God, but if you go on that mission, you will return. Your load will be outside. Your load will be outside. Landlord has packed your load out. You go for that mission, you will return. Your children will be sent back from school. You love God, but you can't afford it. Hello? So at that realm is the realm where you have enough income from your assets and from your investment that takes care of everything that you need, and you still have more left over. That's why your journey should be to asset and investment. Asset. We'll get there. And finally, the last level is financial freedom. Financial freedom. At the level of financial freedom, you have come into that level in your life where the income from your assets and your investment is not just enough for you. It's enough for as many people as want to eat from you. As many people. So when you see billionaires today setting up a foundation and they now employ 22 people, 70 people, 150 people are being employed for all purposes to come and share money. Say, I've made so much money now setting up a foundation. Every year I'm going to give you 10 billion. Help me look for where there are courses that we need to go. That is a realm. It's called financial freedom. And guess what? Are you telling me that God will create you and leave you at the bottom and unbelievers will be at the top? No. He says you are caused men to ride over our head. We've gone through fire, we've gone through water, but you are bringing us out into a wealthy place. Into what? A wealthy place. So we need to have that understanding, because I'm so grateful to God. When we came into church in the 80s, we were hearing things like as poor as a church rat. When we came into church in the 80s, it's not like this. Oh, the level of religion, I have classmates, I have colleagues that were in school, people that left school in final year to say they are going to serve God. Oh, take the whole world and give me Jesus. Oh, this world is not my own, I'm just passing by. Now, 25 years later, 30 years later, they are still passing by. They have taken the whole world, they are giving you Jesus. Now, rent you can't pay. Even offering you can't pay. You have joined them online to fight what you believe. Why? Because your life is a testament otherwise. Hello? You are now in the wrong WhatsApp group. But one of the things that God began to help me to understand is, son, I'm the creator of all, but the savior of some. And as a creator, I have a responsibility to my creation, regardless of what they think about me. So God is the one that created everyone. I can tell you for free, there is no rich and wealthy man on earth today. The principles they apply, they are the principles of the kingdom. Hello? Principles are universal. Anywhere you are, principles are universal, but the application of those principles are personal, contextual, and geographical. Principles are universal. The law of gravity. So whether you jump up in Lagos, or you jump up in Abuja, or you jump up in Tokyo, or you jump up in Hong Kong, or you jump from Australia, you are coming down. Whether you are male or female, you are coming down. It's not a respect of persons. Principles are universal, but the application of those principles, number one, they are personal. When you hear a principle, that's why a lot of people, because they don't understand this breakdown, they get confused. They say, I don't understand. Oh, this motivational speaker, aspire to perspire to acquire. And they're just the motivating people. And I don't understand. I've read that book. It didn't work for me. No. When you read any book, you get any information, get the meat of it, which is the principle. When you have gotten the principle, you now ask yourself, personally, how does it relate to me? Because there are principles you will hear that you cannot yet apply. Hello? Because when the principle came, he met you below ground zero. So if I tell you now, you need to save 10% of your income, you know somebody that has income that will save. So don't judge me for telling you to save. Understand that I need to save, but God, you know I don't have income first. So now I know that when I start having income, I have to say, so Lord, let's shelve that principle first. Settle me with income first. When income starts, then I will start saving. Not that you say it's a lie. It's not a lie. It's your life that is a lie yet. So principles are universal, but the application is what? Personal. Number two is contextual. What's your context? You are a single parent with 4 children and an irresponsible man. And somebody else is married to a man that takes care of all the bills. The way you will practice the principle will differ. I run the Billionaires Conclave and the Global President, and I mentor a lot of high net worth individuals. Because I started to grow as a pastor, and I'm also in the marketplace. I suddenly began to realize the disparity between church and marketplace. So I see a lot of people, they are born again, they are doing well. And I said, what church do you go to? Actually, So I realized that every time they communicate with pastors, and they are talking about turnover, they are talking about business, the man is thinking of tithes, he's thinking of how to collect their money. So they're like, you see money, sir. We are turnover is not profit, sir. Turnover, the revenue. When the man hear, oh, we did 3 billion, I say, hey, you mean you did 3 billion? And then the church we didn't see in your building fund, and the guy will come to the pulpit, some of you are here, you are just, turnover is not income. It's not their money. But because the man, so I said, that's okay. I think there is something here. Because the higher you go, the fewer the people that can speak into your life. The higher you go, the fewer the people that can give you the information you need. Because if you are driving a car, you can afford to have an accident. There are many things that can save you. Other cars on the road can help you. The Corvette can help you. People can rush you to quickly help you. But if you are flying, you need what we call precision science. Any attempt, you are gone. So the higher you go, the more you have to be sure of the kind of information you get. And that's why you need to understand. So personal, then context. What is your context? So that you'll be comparing yourself with people. 2 years ago, we had a lady coming to the Billionaires Conclave, our annual conference. She was invited by her friends. She came into that meeting. When she came in, we were looking at her dead top. You know, some people, when they come, they look billions. I saw the shoe. We're just, even she came in, the cologne, the perfume, all of us, we are all men. Guys, the babe just entered. Guys thought, he said, I said, guys, see, all of us we're discussing her. See, so we're like, okay, new member has come. She's new. So we saw the deck up, bone straight, without a straight life. We see bag and shoe to match. Destiny is not matching bank account. They are fixing eyelashes. You can't fix your life. So she came in, looking all together. Day one. Apparently, she saw somebody she knew. Day one. Day two, she came again, decked up. And then it was open house session to ask questions. She said, I have a question. She said, I don't understand. See, my friend told me that when she joined you people in 2 years, her life changed. And I know her, it has changed. So I said, let me come and see what magic you people want to perform in this Nigeria. See, so when I came yesterday and I heard everyone talking billion, I said, in this same Nigeria, are these people foreigners? He said, but that guy, I know him. He lives on I see 2 years ago, I still borrowed him money. So I know him. And I know he's not a thief. And I've been wondering, this guy just don't blow like that. I didn't know. See, but it was yesterday when I started hearing his testimony that I said, don't wonder, this is what this guy has been doing. He said, so I want to ask a question. He said, the whole of last year. She said, the whole of last year, the turnover from all my business is less than 5 million in this Nigeria. And these people are talking billion. Sir, are you people using something? So I said, let me start by answering your question. Yes, we are using something. Everybody's using something. Just be sure the one you are using is the right one. Because you are either in the secret cult or you are in the secret place. If you are not using something, somebody is using something against you. And so we are using something. We are using faith. We are using prayer. We are using fasting. We are using holiness. We are using service to God. We are using communion. We are using something. I said, but that being said, let me ask you a question. Are you married? She said, yes. Your husband is comfortable and takes care of all your needs? She said, yes. I said, that's why you can never be rich. She looked at me. I said, yes, because wealth is not sexually transmitted. Wealth is not sexually transmitted. Being married to a rich man does not make you rich. You know all these women, you come from a poor family, or your father, mother, everybody put together. I never see 1 million for their life. You now marry a rich man. You now enter. You want to Baru everywhere. That is my husband's money. You can't give that one. If it's easy to make money, why did your family not make it before you came? Marriage is not economic empowerment. And that's why many of you African women are suffering all kinds of abuse because you are not empowered. You sit down there, they mess up your life because you are not empowered. So I said, my sister, that's why you can't make it. I said, number one, wealth is not sexually transmitted. I said, number two, many of you in Africa, you are raised to depend on your husband. It's only when the man cannot take care of you, you start thinking that you two should do something. As long as man can take care of everything, many of you just settle down. You just want to sit down there and eat well. I saw my sister. He said, so excuse me, she was already, the women liberation, she was already, are you saying I should not be able to say, my sister, cool down. Everybody with the year, with the command says, listen, you come here listening, humble yourself, 5 million, and you made the whole of last year. You didn't talk, better keep quiet. So I said, listen to me. I said, when you came in yesterday, guys, we were checking you out. When you came in, I said, even look at what you are wearing now. That bag, that's designer, that's not fake. I said, look at your wristwatch. I said, you are, look, as you did, so you are like 3 million. I said, so listen to me. I said, you don't have a great enough why to become successful. I said, no matter how much you labor, everything you can do to increase your income, when the stress is too much, you give up. Because what are you looking for? Waiting. You are a landlady, you already have cars, so what are you really looking for? I said, if your husband was a useless man, and you are the one paying house and paying school fees, and he's still carrying girls, he has side chick because he's a side cock. I said, if you are a single parent with 3 children without any help from anywhere, and even your parents and your siblings are looking up to you, I say your brain will wake up. You will make money. I say, people like you, soft life is the software that kept you poor. She said, so what do I do? I say, readjust your why. I say, your husband will not be poor. He's already rich. There's nothing wrong with enjoying your husband's money. I say, and you don't need money because you don't have a strong why. I say, let your children become your why. I said, make up your mind as you live here today that by the time your children told me, I said, okay. I said, settle it today that on the 18th birthday of your son, you are going to hand him over 1 billion naira. On the 18th birthday of your daughter, you are going to hand over to her 1 billion naira. So everything you are doing now, you are running against 18 years birthday of your son and your daughter. That was 2 years ago. The year after, she did about 60 something. This last year, she did almost 200 million in turnover. In 2 years now. Are we using something? Yes. Knowledge, ignition. Now she has a stronger why. The husband is saying, what's all this? What are you looking for money for? He says, it's not about you, honey. He said, sir, you know the amazing thing? My husband respects me more now. Since when he's talking, me too, I'm talking. When he's talking of how the forex, me too, I'll be talking forex, I'll be talking monetary policy. Say, this below that thing. See, I've been telling him to come and job, but he's very busy. He's very busy. Say, but sir, in 2 years, what is your why? So principles are universal, but the application is what? Personal, contextual, and geographical. What is your geography? Oh, buy land, real estate is very powerful. Not in Ukraine now. Hello? So no matter so you know, no, now Ukraine, we can't be buying land now. Hello? We're in Gaza. We can't be buying land. So even though the principle is true, look at your context. Look at your context. One of our mentees in the Billionaires Conclave is a farmer in this country. Right now, the only thing he has for the past 10 years is his money in fixed deposit. I'm talking of a billionaire that has over 7,000 hectares of land in this country. But when the herdsmen came, even his land in the state where he is, you are there, he has not entered his farm for 5 years. Something that he invested over 10 billion in. At the age of 71, he was here last year crying. He said, sir, what do I do? I'm 71. He said, all my life, if they told me, he said, the only money I have, all the thing I have is just 4.something billion. He said, look at my life. I don't like messing up my money. I said, it's time to invest and buy properties in the US and buy property abroad so that I can be getting rent in dollars or else. That's the way you will see your money doing before your very eyes. Hello? Check your context. One of our mentees in the Billionaires Conclave, he owns the largest gold mine in Zamfara here. Right now, he's in debt. Why? He can't enter. The government said nobody, he can't enter. Just Zamfara here. He cannot enter. Somebody that was a billionaire that was giving right now. If not for other things that he has, multiple streams of income. But you need to know your context. So let's go deeper. So when it comes to wealth, there are what we call the facts, global facts about wealth creation. So let's go deeper into the ABC and the 0 to 9 now. And once you understand this global fact, it becomes software that helps you. Number one, there is a wealthy place. There is a wealthy place. Don't ever fall for the trap of scarcity. Scarcity is a scam. Believing that there's scarcity is a scam. So if you believe there's no money in this country, you are of all men most deceived. Nigeria is one of the richest countries in the whole world. Rich both in money, rich in human capital, rich in natural resources. In which country will people steal the way they steal in Nigeria and the country will still be existing? Name the country. Hello? The British Prime Minister, one of the former Prime Ministers, he said the way they do Nigeria. If you try that in Britain, Britain will cease to exist. Hello? Nigeria's economy has defied every economic indices. Even a former president that have died over 20 years ago, we are still collecting money from his loot. He's blessing us from the grave from season to season. And as they are collecting it, they are relooting the loot back to the place. So you have loot in the bank, then you go to them and say you want to borrow money, they will take your loot, borrow you your loot. Oh. Hello? And you pay interest on your loot. So they are looting the looters. And looter continue. So number one, there is a worldly place. Don't ever believe that there is poverty. No. And there is no money. That's not true. If you say you don't have money, you are right. If you say there's no money in your bank account, you are right. But if you say there's no money, you are wrong. Because all the money in the world is still in the world. Monies don't travel. Aliens did not come to collect it. So if it's not with you, it's with somebody. Hello? Everybody is not a thief, sir. There are rich and wealthy people in this country that made their money legitimately. What did I say? Legitimately. So number one, there's a wealthy place. So settle it that there's a wealthy place. And that wealthy place is not a geographical location. It's a state in life where you have all that is required to fulfill your assignment on life, in this world. Money is nothing but a tool for the fulfillment of purpose. So you don't need money greater than your purpose. It's nothing but a tool for the fulfillment of purpose. Number two, there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. Number one, there is a wealthy place. Number two, there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. Every one of us is here today. The only reason why you are here is because you need the address. Hello? You need the address. But we did not all come through the same route. But we're all here. That's why they say in my place, on Nokon Water, not one road leads to the market. So this address is physical. This location is physical. It's called the wealthy place. But where are you coming from? Different places. But we're all here. So there's a path that leads to the wealthy place. Your path is not my path. That's why you need to read books. Read why? So that you discover the available paths and know which one aligns with you. Some people make money by inheritance. Some make money by marriage. Some make money through their career. Some through investment. Some through sheer hard work. Some through opportunity meeting with preparation. So there are different paths. But one path cannot be all our paths. So there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. So it's your responsibility to identify which path and then begin the journey. And it's only a matter of time. Number three, wealth is created. Wealth is created. Wealth does not suddenly fall on anybody's lap. Nobody wakes up and suddenly realizes they're wealthy. Why? Because any money you don't have the wisdom to make, you will not have the wisdom to manage it. That's why lottery winners become poor. That's why people that inherit money when they are not well taught, that's why they end up becoming poor. That's why in the world of wealth now, we don't do wills anymore. The days of wills have expired. We're now doing trust. We're not willing anything to anybody. So rich people don't do wills anymore. They do trust. Before they die, they put all their money in a trust. And they say, okay, every year give them. So whether you because most of the businesses you are starting, your children are not coming home. You know, many of you don't know how you have used your hand to do yourself. You want them to have a better life. I don't want them to suffer what I suffer. So the things that make you do not allow them to go through it. Now they don't have what it takes. They don't have the resilience. They don't have the Niger spirits. So they are Nigerians, but they carry last. But real Nigerians, they carry last. So many of them now, you have sent them abroad, and they are not coming back home. So all the businesses you have built, you are not telling them to come back. They are not interested. I'm into real estate. I have 4 stations for sale, chambers, legal chambers for sale, hospital for sale, polytechnic for sale, school for sale in this Nigeria. If fools one by the plenty that people have built, their children are abroad, they are not ready to come back. One is pursuing my executive assistant. I say, don't worry, I will buy you a car, I will buy you a house, I will give your wife 4 million to start business, I will pay you 1.8 million every month. Just come and work for me. The guy said, I'm not going to say, what is the man they pay you? I will pay you times 4. He says, it's not about money, sir. Why? He says, sir, but you have children. He said, they are not ready. All of them are abroad. Elderly man, all the children are abroad. Many of these people call me, rich people, they just come and excuse me. He said, please, sir, can you come? Talk to me, they will sit me down. Nigeria, Ghana, everywhere. Billionaires with their children. Let me convince them to return. I was in Ghana, 1 billionaire in Ghana. 4 children, all of them, nobody's interested. Multi-billionaire, I said, talk to them. I said, young man, you are the firstborn, you are this, I understand, I follow you, I like you, but I'm not going to come back to Africa. I'm not going to. The guy just, they rap. I said, but it's the money they make from here that they used to send you there. Your father had dreams. Said, that's his dream. That's his dream. I'm in the IT, man. I do software. I write code. I ain't got no time. These guys are ludicrous, man. They're very unruly. They don't keep the time. I can't be following trucks all over. All this haulage stuff. I told him, sell it off, man. Sell it off. To sell something where person takes 60 years labor. The type of sell it off. Sell it off. Hello? God have mercy. So this is why you are sending your children abroad. I'm not saying don't send them home, but be sure they have God and purpose before you send them. Or else you will just discover that you have used your hand to do yourself. The man committed suicide years ago. 4 children, all gay. 4, all gay. Got to America with his wife. The wife left him 3 months after they got to America, not knowing that the wife already has a side cock. So they landed in America. 3 months later, the babe abandoned and with 4 children to follow the other guy in America. The guy single-handedly raised 4 children without remarrying. Come and marry, come and marry. One day, 4 of them can say, Dad, we see you still pressuring about this marriage stuff. We just want to get you out of your misery. Well, gay. So we ain't going to be getting married to no woman. So that's the expectation, Dad. You just got to face the reality. Oh, just face the reality. The man quotes scripture. He said, no, they had once what they had once, man. I help who I love. And many people are saying that stupidity. I can't help who I love. Listen to me. When a fish falls in love with a bird, it's a useless relationship. Fish fall in love with a bird. Where will you live? Where will be your residence? But that's what's happening to many people. Say they had once what they no. It's called inordinate affection. In a demon. Let's cast it out of you. You will normalize. Hello? So wealth is what is created. That means somebody has to take responsibility to create the wealth. You have to tell yourself, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Listen, tell poverty I'm tired. You conquered my father, you conquered my mother over my life. No. Where my ancestors has failed, I will not fail my descendants. In the name of Jesus, you begin to take that responsibility. The fact that you came out of a broken home does not mean a broken home should come out of you. The fact that you came out of a broke family does not mean a broke family should come out of you. Take responsibility. When you begin to make money, people want to investigate the source of your riches. Nobody investigates the source of your poverty. It's your responsibility to ask yourself, why was my father poor? Why was my grandfather poor? Why are my people poor? Stop blaming village people. What you call generational curse most of the time is generational choice. It's generational ignorance. Your grandfather worked in Nigerian Railway. Your father worked in Nigerian Airways. Now you are in NIPOS. It's a generation of civil servants. It has nothing to do with village people. Your path was a slow one. Hello? Your grandfather was a tenant. Your father a tenant. You are a tenant. Hello? Think about it. I say a village people. Which village people? That's what? You see, look, let me help you. Let me put you out of your mess. You see, church people. There's this Pentecostal arrogancy. It will kill us. You say, devil is after you. Please help me. Please, just educate me. Who are you? No, please just educate me. Enlighten me, please. I'm ignorant. The devil is after. Who are you? If the devil conquers you, is that a testimony? Can the devil go to the altar and say, look, I captured him? Who are you? They will say, who? How many souls have you won this year? How many dead bodies have you raised? What impact have you made in the kingdom that makes you a threat to the devil, for the devil to be after you? You that are still living in sin, when you are telling a sister, you are the only woman in my life, you said half truth. What you actually mean is you are the only woman in my life in Abuja. There's another only woman in Port Harcourt. There's another only woman in Lagos. You that are still fornicating, you that are still living in unrighteousness, that is still changing figure and doing corruption. You now say, hey, the devil is after you. No, the devil has already captured you in sin and unrighteousness. You are not a target. The devil is after you. Who are you? For what? Stop all this nonsense. The devil does not even know you exist. Okay, where in the world of people that the devil is after, you are inconsequential. Have you ever seen any refuse disposal truck with mopo? Hello? Whenever you see armor tank, what do you see? Mopo. Because they are carrying treasure. When you see PSP and refuse disposal truck, do you see anything? All you see is smell. Say, devil is after you. No. You can't live in one room and have me guard. What are they watching over? So wealth is what? Wealth is created. So you must take responsibility to tell yourself, this wealth will create it. And then you start the journey. Number 5, wealth creation takes time. Number 4, wealth creation. Now, is it okay? Number 4, wealth creation takes time. Wealth creation takes time. The reason why many of us are where we are is get rich quick scheme. Did you hear that brother's testimony? He carried all the life savings. Put down for that, say one blow. In this kingdom, we don't blow, we grow. Everything that blows scatters and disintegrates. Balloons blow, bombs blow. We pick up the fragments. Hello? Wealth creation takes time. They have been selling land before your great-grandfather was born. Have you bought one? But you hear crypto, you want to enter. You hear forex, you want to enter. Why? Because the software running you is covetousness and greed. So covetousness and greed. Why are you interested in forex and crypto and you have never bought one plot? Hello? When we used to come to take picture here, this place was a forest. If you know the kind of foresight that brought the man and the woman of God here to buy this kind of land, we used to come here to take pictures. Look at everywhere now. A city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land. You buy land and wait. You're already an ancestor in the making. In 50 years' time now, you will be dead. They will be breaking generational curse on your head. Hello? You know some of the prayers you pray, think well. Hello, think well. My first child is 25. My second one is 23 plus. My last one is 11 plus. So you mean now, I've been in church for 38 years. My daughter will now come. Let's pray. Every altar of my father's house. I'm the father. You are now breaking altar on my head. So what have I done for 38 years of my life that I have not been able to alter the altar of your own destiny? So on the prayer you are praying, ask yourself, we can even excuse you praying that prayer. Will your children pray the same prayer? Hello, but the way you are living your life now, that's where it starts. Why don't people buy land? Oh, that place is a bush. No, before that place, it will take like 10 years. Hello, ma. In the last 10 years, what have you achieved? Hello? So, wealth creation does what? It takes time. When you see us today, and you wonder, where are these people getting money from? We can tell you where we got the money from. Hello? I have 70 acres of land in this city. Genesis Estate, just on New Carroll, there. When I came to buy that land in 2007, I bought one plot for 50,000 naira. I paid for 2 years. The land is still there. Now one plot is 6 million. I still have over 200 or 300 plots left. I didn't sell it, I was just selling small. 300 times 6 million. Hello? Yeah, this man of God, his people start are not free. Just they play. So question. Think about it. My first land was bought when I had that encounter. 1998, I bought my first land here in this Abuja. Second plot, Abuja. It was third land that I started buying in Lagos. So listen and listen well. A land I bought for 50,000 is now 6 million. But I've waited. How many of you can wait for that long? In 2001, I bought my first estate, 50 acres. 2003, I bought another one, 100 acres. 2005, I bought another one, 200 acres. That's how I started until I bought this one. Now, this is 2024. Some of those, I was still in the estate in Ikorodu 2 days ago. I went to that place because in 1999, our president was our governor. And he called all business people to a meeting and gave us the vision of Fort Milan Bridge. Don't forget, Lagos was fighting with Federal then, you remember? And that's what stopped it. So I went to Ikorodu based on that inside information. And we positioned ourselves. And we have been waiting for 4th Mainland Bridge for 24 years. But the land is still there. How many of you will wait for 23 years? When my mates were making money in stock market and buying cars, I was just buying land, fencing it. In 2007, I spent 47 million from stock market to fence that estate. It's been fenced since then. Do you know what 47 million was in 2007? I'm still alive, waiting. So when you see people making money and they are buying this, don't envy anybody. Have you done 23 years of waiting? Do you want to get married in January, become a mother in February, blow in March? You want to graduate in January, get a job in February, buy Rolls Royce in March? But who did this to you? Who did this to you? Anything meaningful takes time. Anything meaningful takes time. So wealth creation takes time. It does what? It takes time. Number 5, you must become wealthy to attract wealth. I'm going to spend time here. Even if this is where we close, I just came to give you the engine. You must become wealthy to attract wealth. One of the major challenges that people are faced in the world is they are always thinking, what must I do to become rich? What must I do to become wealthy? You must become rich to attract riches. You must become wealthy to attract wealth. You cannot attract who you are not. If you are not rich, you cannot attract riches. If you are not wealthy, you cannot attract wealth. As you are on the inside, so you will end up being on the outside. I was on a program a while back to be interviewed, and a young girl, they have different groups of people. One young girl that was on the platform, we went up because what you people will watch, you watch the whole thing, you don't know that there is break in between. So they went on break to do powder. I said, sir, there's one question I want to ask. I said, what's the question? He said, no, I will not ask you. He said, you're a common sense good. I said, every question you can answer. We ask you when we are live. I said, if you have a question, just let me know so that I prepare. I didn't know that God was using that to open another chapter. So when we got in there, say, I have a question. They are saying that nobody, what if Davido gives you 10 million? Are you not rich? I said, no. If Davido gives you 10 million, you have 10 million, or you are not rich. So I began to explain. Why? Because many of you don't realize that any money somebody gives you that is above your level of wisdom, the money will reduce to your level of wisdom. That's why many of you are giving money to people and they are still poor and you are wondering. Why? And you are giving money to some people and they grew it. If they give you 10 million now and you are not 10 million internally, until that money reduces to your level inside, you will not think well. It's like bungee jumping. You just see that you'll be buying iPhone Pro Max, you'll be buying air, you'll be buying, fixing things that is not lost. I love shoes. I love shoes. You have only 2 legs. You are buying shoes like an octopus. I love shoes. See a lot of guys now, 3 handsets like 419. You don't even have any shares in the telecom industry. So bearded gang. Beard what? Bearded gang. Then I have 6-pack. You don't have 6-figure. 6-pack. You're going to the gym and doing muscular prosperity. Ordinary school fees you can't pay. And going to the gym. You do physical muscle, no financial muscle. Today the Lord changed your story. Just deceiving girls with BS. Saying, no, babe, I love you. No, you're so special to me. You are using bedroom voice inside church. So you must become wealthy to do what? To attract. Now listen, let me break down some of the things you have been going through. Becoming is a process that involves a lot of things. I think I'll actually close here. Let me break it down. So, because many of you, this is what you are going through. This is where you are now. You are going through the process of becoming, and you don't understand it because of the things that come with it. So listen, are you ready for this? This is strong meat now. You can never become a millionaire